Alright, people all the time talk about how to improve in playing League of Legends, but before we figure out how to improve ourselves, we first need to figure out what's holding us back. Identifying your main problems is the first step in fixing them and becoming a better player. In this video, I'm going to talk about the things that have a direct correlation and why we perform badly in solo queue. First up, we have our state of being. Now, when queuing up for solo queue, there are a lot of basic things that you may not have thought of that could be affecting your play, but you really need to think about these on a case-to-case basis and how these affect you personally. First, your environment is one of the most important things for your state of being. If you have a lot of friends over being noisy, you're going to be distracted from focusing on your last hitting and team fighting. Another thing that's important about your environment is the temperature of your room. Yep, I said it. Depending on how hot or cold your room is, it could be negatively affecting your play. If it is too cold, your hands won't be relaxed and your clicking and aiming might be off. But if it's too hot, then you might get kind of drowsy and zone off and not focus too much on the game. Lastly, one of the most important things about your state of being is if you have played previously. Consecutive ranked games can have a very big and bad impact on your play. Think back to that time where you were at a very high elo plateau for yourself and then you lost a lot of LP and may have even dropped a division within the same day. Were you taking long breaks between each game, or were you just queuing back up game after game? Going on tilt is a gambling term where players let their emotions cloud their judgment, and the same concept applies to League. If you let your previous losses affect you and you don't take breaks in between, you're setting yourself up for a big loss streak and horrible play. Alright, the second reason we may not play very good in ranked is because we don't use our brains. Now you may think, Sokka, I'm using my brain all the time or I wouldn't function. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about thinking critically and actually analyzing situations. If your decision making was perfect, then every game you would have very little deaths and almost always win. Say it's 30 minutes in. You're playing an ADC Caitlyn and you go to split push a side lane. While they have half their team missing, you just get caught solo farming by the roaming Zed. If we used our brains and thought, maybe this isn't the best idea, instead of getting greedy for that extra bit of CS causing your team a loss, try asking yourself if you should be doing what you're doing right now. Decision making wins games. It takes experience and effort, but if you reflect on your decision making often, I guarantee you'll see a major improvement in your game flow. Third reason we play bad in ranked is because of bad mechanics. Now, if your mechanics are at a diamond level, but you have the decision making of a bronze 5, you won't get very far. But your mechanics are what determines how well your laning phase will be and if you come out on top of your opponent. Say the other team's ADC is Graves. You didn't kill him in lane, but you somehow got a 100 CS lead by 25 minutes. When teamfighting breaks out, you'll have a huge lead in damage just because of your last hits you got for all that extra gold. It really takes a lot of practice, but once you have good mechanics, you'll go from an average run-of-the-mill player to that faker level playmaker. It really separates the noobs from the talented. The fourth reason you're losing in solo queue is simple. Ego. No, I didn't say Shigo from Kim Possible, I said ego. That little voice in the back of your head that's telling you that your teammates are shit and that you don't deserve this elo. A big ego is one of the worst things you can have for solo queue. It gives you a proud mindset and makes you blind to your own faults, thus limiting your improvement. You know how it starts. That one condescending comment like, "Why'd you fail Smite, Jarvan?" or "this vein," and it slowly progresses to a shitstorm where 2 people are AFK and the rest of the team has given up hope. It is very hard to not listen to your ego, but once you master it, you will become a zen-like monk that doesn't give a fuck about anything, which is surprisingly good for solo queue. Your emotions are one of the things holding you back from improving at a fast rate. Positive comments and muting teammates is one of the best ways to improve your interaction with players. Don't give people the benefit of the doubt. The second you see that one teammate start flaming, and you know he is wrong or he's just making you feel bad, mute him. These players don't stop and they'll go on the whole game like this just because they don't know any better. It will ruin your morale and you will slowly give up just from listening to this player. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video interesting and it brought some attention to some factors that might be affecting your play. Next week I'll go into how you can improve dramatically in playing ranked from a lot of experience I have as a player. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.